Good day, duelists. I can't be long because, and this will explain why there has not been any other live streams as of late. Unfortunately, I received an injury to my throat. It was a food-related injury. Something had cut the inside of my throat, caused a little bit of bleeding, which I've been recovering from ever since, and so I have not been able to stream weekly as I planned. But unfortunately, that is not quite the end of my misfortunes. So I'm going to take this stream to explain the situation at hand, which I have been monitoring only because I expected things to potentially go downhill, and unfortunately, that's exactly what's going on. So I will probably not be reading chat until I at least complete this explanation of events, just so that it's clear what's going on and this, that, and the third. So I'm not going to waste any more time with that. So this is data that I have on my end behind the scenes. This is data that YouTube directly provides me, and in particular, it shows me how my videos or even my community posts, which are typically weekly, um, it shows me how much reach these individual things have for this channel, and as you can see here, at the very top, we actually have a community post that managed to reach a decent amount of you. But most of the things that go down under, anything that goes below that 200 mark for the second post, it's another post again. Um, it's not reaching the vast majority of you, and that much is clear. So this is a mix between some short videos and some of the long form videos. And in fact, even some of the most recent uploads on this channel, it's not reaching most of you. That much is clear. And we do have a Discord, and I tried to get a little bit of feedback from those of you that are there. And most of you are telling me that a lot of these other things, such as the posts or even the shorts, if even that, are the majority of what's reaching you guys. So even then, it appears to be abysmal in terms of reach. So this is almost like a part two to the very first stream I did post putting out my announcement and trailers for the project for the film Bonds Beyond Space. It's become very clear to me that what I feared was going to happen is happening, and so what that means is that YouTube is limiting my reach. It's purposefully, algorithmically speaking, hiding my videos so that most of you are not catching them. And so instead, what seems to still function, which is fine, and I'm grateful for that, if nothing else, my posts, the community posts, which are typically typed out posts, they're not videos, they can show up in almost any feed at any time. Those seem to be able to reach you guys, but again, videos are not. And so that leaves me in a bit of a predicament because I explicitly cannot rely on YouTube's algorithm in order to help this project to thrive. When this project hit its stride, it was literally in the very beginning. And unfortunately, probably because of changes to YouTube's terms of service and this, that, and the third, um, I guess the timing was just unfortunately perfect. And as I was getting traction for this project, so that duelists could be aware that it's going on and be able to support if they so chose to do so, uh, they pulled the plug on me. This channel was monetized before I launched this project. And monetization, this is a kind of a refresher for those that don't know this, but I did discuss it in that first stream. It specifically is great for a YouTube channel because it allows you to gain more exposure naturally. So your reach, your potential reach in terms of viewers and who will actually be able to discover you, it increases. And so I had that leading up to the launching of my project, and then it was pulled from me. So exactly what I thought could possibly happen happened. And they have gradually begun to slowly fizzle out my reach not even just from folks that are not aware of this project yet, but even from folks that are aware of it. It's becoming clear to me now that they're hiding my content in whichever ways that they're doing so. Again, through their algorithm, through their systems, it's making it difficult to find anything that I'm putting out, and it's a shame because, right, when I finish this film, which we are a decent ways over 30 minutes of completed footage, um, I'm not sure if I don't even know at this point uh, how many of you it's going to reach, if you will even be made aware. And so the problem with that is not only will it mean that those that are waiting will might not know for X amount of time unless they're actively checking, uh, but it's just more damage to this channel. So I've basically been punished every step of the way since launching the project. It's unfortunate. Some of it was unforeseen. Some of it I can understand why YouTube's system did what it did in certain instances, but it's nonetheless making this a lot more challenging. So I just wanted to kind of address where things are at right now and where things have been going since this project first launched. It's been a steady decline, and it is difficult to say how we can combat this other than direct support from those of you that are interested in this project, enthusiastic about it, and want to do what you can to help. That this is effectively it's us versus the system. Um, because otherwise I can't reach people in the way that I was able to prior to launching this project. It's just not going to work that way. They've made it a lot more difficult as well for most channels. I'll address this briefly, and this will be closer to where I close out this explanation. Most channels are expected to at least hit a certain amount of views in the shorts video specifically, or they need to hit a certain amount of watch hours within a certain window of time. So typically channels might have maybe about 3,000 watch hours that are necessary in order to potentially be able to apply and then be accepted for monetization, which again, the importance of the monetization was the reach that this channel had and now does not have. Um, right, so that's what typically happens. Well, unfortunately for me, it is 1,000 more watch hours that my channel specifically. I guess it has something to do with the size. I'm not quite sure. Um, but I have to have 4,000 watch hours, or at least I need to be able to garner enough views within the shorts feed in order to have the ability to reapply for monetization. And so it's the problem is that, right, I'm now battling with whether or not videos can even be found or not, if you guys will actually get notified, if it'll show up in your feeds or what have you. And again, if you're not actively checking, which is more than fair, everybody's got a life outside of the internet, it kind of goes without saying, right? It's very challenging for me to push this thing forward because I'm doing this by myself. Other than with you guys. You guys are really my saving grace here. Because otherwise, I don't have a marketing team. I don't have a company like Konami, pushing this project. So it's become very challenging, unfortunately, and it's only that challenge has only gotten larger as time has gone on. Um, so it's difficult. It didn't help that I got injured, and so I wasn't even able to live stream like I had planned. I wanted to do weekly live streams, and that just totally got shafted. I haven't been able to record any of the videos that I'm planning on doing, also because of this, or I would have already had them done, which I really wanted to. So yeah, this has been it's been a challenging process, to say the least, very least. That being said, so yeah, that is a summary of what is going on. Um, it's unfortunate, but it's just to keep everyone informed on what's going on, and then obviously it may or may not impact what I need to do moving forward and things of that nature. The last piece of this puzzle that I want to close out with is, it's uncomfortable for me. I wasn't really looking to do something of this nature, but along with being demonetized, it took my revenue as far as being compensated for my work on YouTube. And so I did decide to open up a Patreon for those that would like to directly support not only the film project, but just any future projects that I do, which will absolutely be Yu-Gi-Oh related on this channel. I have, and I'll be honest, without spoilers, I guess, um, I've already had a lot of plans, even beyond just this film. And the problem is that the situation that I've been placed in, it's gonna really challenge how far I can go with the vision that I have. And right, I do have a Patreon for those that want to directly support. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link to that in the live chat for any of those that at least want to take the time and give that a look. There will be a pinned comment once this stream is closed out and done and able to be viewed regularly. But I'm trying to do what I can. It's admittedly it's very discouraging to have to battle with this platform like this. Um, but it's what I have to deal with. And I'm trying to see what I can do little by little every day. I'm honestly still technically in recovery, so again, I'm gonna have to close out the stream anyway because I do need to continue to rest my throat, and not be speaking too consistently if I can help it. Um, but I do want to take a moment again and just give my thanks to those that have been supporting throughout this whole process. Again, it was just an unfortunate series of events that has led to where we are now. And hello, Ray, I see you're in the chat. I'm kind of peering over now. Uh, but that's the situation. And I think that YouTube is directly responsible. It seems that what I was concerned would happen has happened. And dealing with it, the only way that it can be dealt with is if you have the time, if you're able and willing, it's within you to share this project out, share out the channel, this, that, and the third. That and no alone is significant. And those that can support this, if you choose to do so financially, there's no obligation to, absolutely not. But it's these things that will help. I'm still going to complete this project. I'm going to complete and put out this film regardless of whatever other things YouTube chooses to throw at me in the process of that. But again, I'm grateful to those that are still sticking with this, despite the challenges that they continue to throw my way. Uh, thank you. Thank you for your support. That being said, I'm going to have to cut it here. I hope everyone's doing well. Stay safe. Take care. As always, it's time to do it.